What color is my shirt?
The Honourable Minister.
Well, you would probably know more than me the color of your shirt. You're wearing it.
Chair, the Honourable Member.
Of answering a simple question.
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I believe I've been answering the questions.
Order. And the time has now expired for that.
Does the minister at least agree that the 500,000 people who are here who shouldn't be in December, that as of December, should leave immediately? Can she say that? Can she say, yes, I agree?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So my message to the member and to those listening, people who have expired visas and are not to be in Canada should leave.
Hey gang, what's up? Aaron here, Canadian Looney. It was a wild night in the House of Commons indeed. Minister of Immigration Lena Diab is facing off against some pretty serious Conservative MPs. We've got Grant Jackson in here. I think he's new. Arpan Khanna, I've seen him before, but my oh my, he's impressive. And then before that, we've got Deputy Conservative Party Leader Melissa Lantsman. And she does not. She's got a personal grudge against Lena Diab. And at the end, Shadow Immigration Minister Michelle Rempel-Garner. My oh my, what a tough evening for Lena Diab. Whoa. Let's take a look. This is an engaging video, guys. It's worth a watch. Let's take a peek. Let's take a look right now. Wow. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
The Honourable Member for Thornhill.
I'm going to split my time 3 ways. Does the minister know what the average time is for vetting each person admitted to Canada for security risks?
Honourable Minister.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Chair, for that question. So vetting security risk is something.
The Honourable Member.
What is the average time spent vetting each Canadian who comes here, or each immigrant who comes here, for security risks?
Minister.
So thank you again, Mr. Chair, for that question. We do have service standards. In my briefings, in the very short little time that I've been a minister, I understand we're actually meeting and exceeding those standards.
The Honourable Member.
Can the minister tell anybody in this House about any part of the process of vetting immigrants for security risks in Canada?
The Honourable Minister.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair, for that question. We actually spoke about it, and it's in the estimate. We have biometrics that...
The Honourable Member.
The government has committed to letting in hundreds of thousands of immigrants into Canada. How many of these people will be allowed to come here without comprehensive vetting and interviews?
The Honourable Minister.
Well, all immigrants that come here, whether it's the international students, whether it's the temporary foreign workers, are screened by biometrics. There's comprehensive screening that is done.
Member. Is the minister confident that the amount of time spent on vetting immigrants before they come to Canada for security risk is sufficient to keep Canadians safe? Yes or no?
Minister.
Well, we work very hard at IRCC with our partners, around the globe to ensure that...
The Honourable Member.
Confident that the time spent on vetting immigrants is sufficient to keep Canadians safe?
The Honourable Minister.
Well, safety of Canadians is our prime importance, and that is why we've also introduced Bill C2 to strengthen our borders and ensure that immigration system and visa...
The Honourable Member.
The minister is not familiar with how much time it takes to vet, but is she confident with the amount of vetting that takes place to keep Canadians safe? It's a yes or no question.
The Honourable Minister.
So again, Mr. Chair, there are biometrics. Even in the estimates, we've got funding allocated for those, $55.5 million in the estimates. There are...
The Honourable Member.
The amount of time spent on vetting Mohammed Khan, he was the student arrested last year for plotting an ISIS attack in New York, whose social media had extremist content. Was that sufficient?
Minister.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Chair. I mean, CBSA would be more the department that would be able to answer type questions like that.
The honourable member.
The minister is responsible for vetting and letting in Canadians. Does she think that sufficient time was spent on vetting him?
Minister.
Again, Mr. Chair, these questions are better suited to the public safety and the Canada Border Service.
The honourable member.
Minister of Immigration understand her job?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I do have a mandate letter from the Prime Minister, and he has made it quite clear as to what the expectations are.
The honourable member.
Does the minister believe that non-permanent residents should be deported if they are charged and convicted with a criminal offence?
The honourable minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. These are security matters and security issues, and of course, that's public safety, and CBSA takes control of that.
Honourable member.
Immigration question. She decides who comes into Canada. Does she believe that non-permanent residents who have been convicted of a criminal offence should be deported? Yes or no?
Honourable minister.
So thank you very much, Mr. Chair. We have a robust criminal justice system, and there are rules in place. Again, people that are charged and with effect or charged.
The honourable member.
What color is my shirt?
The honourable minister.
Well, I mean, you would probably know more than me the color of your shirt. You're wearing it.
Chair. The honourable member.
Of answering a simple question.
Honourable minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I believe I've been answering the questions.
Honourable member.
Minister, does the minister believe that Ahmed Al-Didi, he was the 2008 Syrian refugee who was charged in 2024 after appearing in an ISIS torture video, missed by initial screenings in this government? Did the Liberal government spend enough time vetting him? Just a simple yes or no.
Well, minister, very brief response.
Well, thank you again, Mr. Chair. We have robust measures in the main estimates that deal with biometric collections, with security. But again, CBSA and CSIS are the ones that are in charge of that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Debate. The honourable member for Brandon Souris.
Thank you, Chair. There's no question that the Liberal government's failed policies have destroyed the student visa system. The previous minister was supposedly going to clamp down on fraud among student visa holders. How many migrants are currently in Canada with fraudulent student visas?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. When you talk about international students, I tell you, in my own province of Nova Scotia for the last over a decade, they come to the province and they really do enrich the lives.
Honourable member.
Thank you, Chair. How many students are currently in Canada with a fraudulent student visa?
Well, minister.
So, Mr. Chair, we are taking vital steps, and we've already done that to ensure that students are supported and that we protect.
The honourable member.
What is the number of students in Canada with fraudulent student visas?
The honourable minister.
So we have tightened, Mr. Chair, we have tightened the visa integrity measures. We have worked with instituted financial requirement.
The honourable member.
What is the number?
Honourable minister.
What I can say to you, Mr. Chair, is that in 2024, we have approved.
The honourable member.
The minister has no idea how many students are in this country with fraudulent student visas, and that is the direct responsibility of her department. How many foreign students that came to Canada with fraudulent visas in 2024 became permanent residents?
Well, minister.
So, again, Chair, there is a robust system, and we have tightened those systems. We have updated the postgraduate work permit program to better respond to the needs, and we've limited the number of off-campus. We are working hard to ensure the international.
The honourable member.
What number of fraudulent student visa holders became permanent residents in 2024?
The honourable minister.
So, again, we are taking steps to ensure that students are supported, but at the same time that they are not taking advantage of, and we are restoring integrity.
The honourable member.
Has no idea how many fraudulent student visa holders became permanent residents in this country last year. The minister's foreign student visa system is a mess. How many fake college acceptance letters were caught in 2024?
The minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. What I would say is in 2024, IRCC approved 292,431 new study permits. That is 41% less than what had been approved in 2023.
The honourable member.
Mr. Chair, the IRCC flagged over 10,000 foreign student acceptance letters as fraudulent in 2024. Why did the oversight of the minister's department fail so badly when these letters were issued?
The honourable minister.
So, Mr. Chair, thank you. We have instituted stronger integrity to prevent any student fraud, particularly when students were taken advantage of from fraudulent partners that.
The honourable member.
Can the minister give one example of a policy she has implemented to prevent 10,000 fraudulent foreign student acceptance letters?
Well, minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, of course, we've implemented an enhanced letter of acceptance verification system to protect these students from fraud.
The honourable member.
Did the 10,000 people who were granted a fraudulent acceptance letter last year come to Canada?
Mr. Chair, students that were granted letters fraudulently did not come to Canada.
Honourable member.
The minister is confirming on the record that none of the 10,000 flagged fraudulent student acceptance letters came to Canada last year.
Minister.
Mr. Chair, what I have said, and I will say again, we have implemented strong integrity and to prevent students from being taken advantage of. We've also clarified that programs delivered through.
Member, final question.
How many fraudulent study permits have been identified in 2025?
Minister.
Mr. Chair, we have a robust system, but that is not a 100% tool to prevent fraud, which is why we are working to secure and protect our system.
Oh, yeah.
Resuming debate, the honourable member for Oxford.
Liberals' hashtag Welcome to Canada Open Borders has led to the highest asylum claims in our country. How many asylum claims are pending right now?
Honourable Minister.
Well, listen, we have introduced Bill C-2 to ensure that we protect our integrity on the asylum borders and.
The honourable member.
Sir, that was not the question. The question was how many asylum claims are pending right now? What's in the inventory?
Minister.
So what Mr. Chair, between January and April 30, which is the first quarter of 2025, I can tell you the total asylum claims across Canada has fallen by 36%.
The honourable member.
What's the number?
The minister.
So, Mr. Chair, the asylum numbers have.
The honourable member.
Mr. Chair, let me do her job for her. The number is 281,000 as of March 31st. Wow. That's a record, 281,000. Can the minister tell me what the average time is to process this claim?
Well, minister.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Chair. I met with the IRB. I met with the IRB chair and board, and they have advised me that they are working on their.
The honourable member.
Mr. Chair, these are basic questions. How long does it take to process a asylum claim in our country? Just the time.
Minister.
So, Mr. Chair, it takes between 14 to 18 months.
Well, minister.
Mr. Chair, that number is way off, and this number is right from her ministry. It's about 4 years to process the claim. 4 years. So in the 4 years to process a refugee claim, the Government of Canada provides a work permit, health care, legal fees, housing, dental care, eye care, prescriptions. Is that true? Yes or no?
The honourable minister.
So again, Mr. Chair, as of today, The average time to process these claims is 14 to 18 months.
The honourable member.
The question was, are these services provided to asylum seekers while they're waiting for their case to be heard?
Yes or no?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So as I referenced in my opening remarks when we talked about our estimates, we have interim housing supports. We also have...
The honourable member.
What is the average cost per refugee per year?
Minister.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair. We'll get that information before we leave today. But again, as I said to you...
The honourable member.
Appreciate the commitment, Mr. Chair. Under this Liberal government, fraudulent refugee claims have skyrocketed, making it a backdoor entry to stay in Canada. The minister's predecessor himself has called this gaming. Does the minister agree that under their watch there has been gaming happening in our asylum system?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Bill C-2 was introduced for the measures for the fact that we are seeing high number of asylum claims, some of which are not legitimate, and that is meant to ensure...
The honourable member.
The Liberal government is requesting over $800 million for interim federal health program. This is up almost 15 times since 2017. And this keeps going up. The asks keep going up. Why?
Minister.
Mr. Chair, thank you for that question. So those numbers are given to provinces, to communities, to help support the people that come to their provinces as well.
Who's on the hook for this $800 million? Is it federal taxpayers or provincial taxpayers?
Minister.
Well, Mr. Chair, last I heard, the taxpayers were the Canadian population.
Is over $800 million for the interim federal health program sustainable? Yes or no?
The honourable minister.
So, as I explained, Mr. Chair, in the estimates, when there's a rise in part of the estimates, there's a correlation decrease in another estimates.
The honourable member.
Mr. Chair, does the minister think it's fair to add hundreds of thousands of people, asylum claimants, many who don't have valid claims, to Canada already strained healthcare system?
The honourable minister.
So, very good question, Mr. Chair, and that is exactly why we are working to reduce our numbers, and those numbers are decreasing.
And the honourable member.
Does the minister think it's right to pay asylum claimants social assistance payments for years when they might not have a valid claim in the system?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Excellent question again. Thank you to the member. That is why the ineligibility requirements in the Bill C-2 are there to ensure that we deal with the people that are not legitimate, that don't have legitimate claims.
Please do debate.
Oh, yeah.
The honourable member of Calgary, Nose Hill.
So the minister claims she's only been on the job for a couple of weeks, but she was the Minister of Immigration in Nova Scotia for many years, close to a decade, I think. During that time, the Auditor General in 2022 found that there was no process to determine labor market needs. And she also asked for no cap on people coming into her province. Is this what we can expect from this minister in her tenure as federal immigration minister? No cap and no process to determine labor market needs.
Minister.
So thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for that question. I'm proud of the work that I and the government at the time did in Nova Scotia. 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, we were living in different times. Right now, we have an economic crisis in the country overall. We need to manage our immigration numbers.
The honourable member.
We're living in different times. It was a conservative federal government, and we had a balanced budget. Thank you for acknowledging that.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Warms my heart. Earlier, the minister said that the economy would have collapsed if it hadn't been for immigration during COVID. Does she want to stand by that statement?
Minister.
So, Mr. Chair, immigrants have built this country. I would say to you, most of us in this House, unless we are Indigenous, are immigrants, either
Here's the thing, though. During COVID, the federal government asked everybody to give up their civil liberties, and they shut down the economy to bend the curve to lower the impact, supposedly, on emergency rooms. Then they added a hockey stick curve of immigrants to the strain on the emergency rooms. Why?
Minister.
So thank you again, Mr. Chair. During COVID, my recollection is our borders were all closed.
The member.
But she earlier said that they brought immigrants in because of COVID. Okay. All right. There's a lot to unpack here. There are 500,000 people as of December that should have been removed from Canada. How many were removed?
The Honourable Minister.
So, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. You need to contextualize the numbers when we present them in this House. There's facts.
You still have time, Minister. You have a few seconds.
But it's not your time.
You wanted to finish?
Mr. Chair, appreciate that. CBSA and Public Safety Minister, he was here, I believe, Thursday, and he's in charge answering those questions.
How many of the 500,000 people that are not supposed to be in Canada have been removed? Just the number.
Minister.
So thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Again, people whose visas expires or who are here that should not be here need to leave. If they do not, that is a CBSA.
Member.
But here's the thing. The minister cannot set levels if she doesn't know how many people have left. So it is her job. So I need to know how many people of that 500,000 has left. How about this? Does she even know? Does she have any clue?
Minister.
So again, Mr. Chair, my role here tonight is not to talk about people leaving and people that are here that have visas expired and so on in terms of how many have left. That is completely a CBSA function, and the public safety takes care of it.
The Honourable Member.
Canadians literally pay her $100,000 top-up and give her a car to know these numbers. How many of the 500,000 people that were supposed to leave in December actually left? This is pretty simple. Like, how many? Does she know?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And again, I've answered that question a number of times. I will try one more time. People leaving because of visas expiry or deportation or anything of that matter is the purview of Canada Border Services Agency, which is not.
The Honourable Member.
But Chair, her purview is to set the levels plan. So if she's setting levels with hundreds of thousands of foreign students and low-skilled labor, and she doesn't know how many low-skilled labor and foreign students who aren't supposed to be in the country have left, how can she set levels if she doesn't know that number?
That's fair. Minister.
So thank you, Mr. Chair. That gives me again the opportunity to talk about our immigration levels plan, which does set permanent resident numbers. For the first time this past year, temporary numbers have been set. I am proud of the work that was done prior to me becoming a minister, and it is working.
The Honourable Member.
If the government doesn't remove people from Canada, why do we have an immigration minister to begin with?
Minister.
Well, thank you for that question. I need to thank the Prime Minister for having faith, in selecting me to be that minister. But I would say the answer is known as to why you would need somebody at that helm, because we.
The Honourable Member.
Does the minister at least agree that the 500,000 people who are here who shouldn't be in December, that as of December, should leave immediately? Can she say that? Can she say, yes, I agree?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So my message to the member and to those listening, people who have expired visas and are not to be in Canada should leave. If they do
Honourable Member.
Okay. What is her plan to get those people to leave?
Minister.
Mr. Chair, we work with CBSA, or CBSA is there to take control of those circumstances.
Member.
How many more people is she going to let in the country while those people stay here?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Again, we have set the targets for permanent residents. We have set the target for temporary residents, which would include the international students.
The honourable member.
So tonight we've heard the minister not know how many people have left the country. She has claimed that the processing time for asylum claims, while people with potentially fraudulent asylum claims claim social benefits, is 18 months, when her department said it was 44 months in committee just a few short months ago. She won't answer basic questions about the file. She doesn't take responsibility for these jobs. After being an immigration minister in a different jurisdictions for over a decade, she knows the job. She's just not doing it. And here's the thing. When the minister doesn't respond to how many people that she doesn't know if they leave, and whether or not there should be an immigration minister because people, they're not removed, that devalues Canadian citizenship. It makes a mockery of the process. There are so many immigrants in Canada. She's right. Immigrants have built this country, and it's not the fault of people wanting to come to Canada for starting this mess. But what she's done here is admitted that this system is out of control, and that the Liberal government has completely debased our immigration system and the value of following the rules to come to this country, like so many other immigrants have done before. That's unacceptable. There are so many people who want to come to Canada. People who have come here through legal pathways want to bring their family and can't because of backdoor loopholes that have abused the immigration system, the asylum claim system, hashtag welcome to Canada. Mr. Speaker, I just want to close with this. Given all of these failures, and given her failure tonight in question period and debate this week, and her failures in Nova Scotia, does she think she's going to make it past December, given most of her predecessors have averaged a tenure less than the asylum claim processing time? Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll tell you one thing I agree with this member on is that immigrants did build this country, so congratulations for getting that one right. But our temporary targets were developed to achieve the objective of reducing the proportion of non-permanent residents to 5%. I've said that, and I'll say it again, of the total population by the end of 2026. And listen, supporting the Canadian economy continues to be our priority. We will work on bringing the talent that we need here, including those with that are doctors and construction workers to build homes. Canada has welcomed over 483,000 new permanent residents in 2024, and over 58% of those were from economic programs, and that is something that we are very proud of. And more than 30,500, 7.2%, were French-speaking immigrants. I know they don't. They're not concerned. They don't care about the answers, but
Order. And the time has now expired for that block.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up right there. Man, oh man, what a long evening for Lena Deheb. Woo, immigration minister, whoo, my oh my. Something else, Canadian federal politics are wild indeed. Those ladies do not like each other. There's something personal going on there. Anyhow, Aaron right here, Canadian Looney. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe, get notified. Come and hang out when we're doing one of the live question period shows. We cover them all and we watch them live. So come and join the chat. It's great. It's fun. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. We're out. Let me know in the comments what you think of all of those ladies and the gentlemen that made appearances too. Grant Jackson, he seems like a pretty good fella. Arpin Khanna, he's real sharp. No doubt about that. That guy's clever. Catch you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching this one. We're out. Later, gang.